Hello there. Welcome back to another episode of my Hands-Off Hard Mode 300x Pyanodons challenge run. Um, Last time we made carbolic oil so that I could produce a little bit of stone over here. And I got steel working, as well as getting a couple of technologies researched. I've also switched to a different production monitor. I wasn't using the production monitor quite yet, but I found this other one that looked a little bit better than to me, and I'm going to use this to show you how much science I'm producing, which right now is not very much, but hopefully in the future that will be changing uh, quite dramatically once I get to the real work of making science. I'm going to feed a little bit more science to the system, and hopefully I'll be able to get to the technologies that I want to reach. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna make a little bit more power. I noticed that I'm really getting close to the edge there of not getting enough power into my base. So yeah, let me do that. Don't want to have any of my builds run slowly because I'm struggling for steam. Gotta say, I really love this mod that lets me handcraft from my cursor. Even if I forget to use it occasionally. Oh, I have no... Yep, I've got no iron at all. So yeah, what I'd really like to get to is this next technology that we're researching right now. It's going to let me do the better version of iron processing. It gives me a 5-to-1 ratio of iron to iron plates, but most importantly, it also produces a little bit of stone while I'm doing it. Well, not what I wanted to make. Make me some pipes. Okay, then make me some undergrounds and make me some more pipes. Let me grab a little bit more iron here. Actually fill up on a lot of things, actually. I need to get rid of some ash. Inventory is hard to maintain when you're mucking around and carrying out this much ash in your on your self. Also grab a little bit more native flora to keep crafting automation science while I'm here. Unfortunately, I have to keep sticking this in boxes, which is not the nicest solution, especially since I don't have even iron boxes unlocked. I do have steel boxes, but I do not at the moment really want to use steel to supply my base. I think I am going to make more steel, though. I think I will double this build over here. Just need to match it up to the wood line that I've got. And remove some pipes. Yeah, it'll just take me a second to double this build up, I hope. I'm not going to force you to watch me move through this. You've already seen me do this build, so I will be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, I've just doubled the steel build because I know I'm going to need a whole bunch of steel in the future. I think we'll also take some of the coke that I've been piling up and don't have enough boxes. Yeah, the coke that I've been piling up and get this kicked off. I might need to increase my coke production, but for now I had quite a bit stockpiled, so I don't mind using it up. I also ran around and had to grab a few more stones. I noticed that I am not collecting stone that I'm any stone anywhere. I'm going to need some to make furnaces, so let me add a box here to collect myself some stone. And yeah, this should work, though I do need to supply it with additional logs. I'm going to be running short on wood again soon, so I'm going to need more to make more signs, although we're almost at the point of getting crushers going. And then I'll be able to use those to provide me with a good supply of wood. Wood is going to be very important. So, let's see. I also did not finish up doing my base power upgrade, and wouldn't have mattered anyway since kind of was flooded with ash right here, and the build stopped running. Ooh, perfect timing actually. It stopped running just as I came back to it. Okay. Pardon me. Few more boxes, and hopefully this build will be providing me with enough power so that even when I add my jaw crushers, I won't have problems. I think I want to move this steam engine elsewhere too. I'm going to be doing steam generation up here, so maybe steam consumption can go someplace else. Out here. What I want to do is I also want to make sure that the steam that I burn here is not... Oh, put it right here. So I don't want this steam up here to back up if I need to burn steam over here. Like, it really shouldn't happen. There's just not enough steam being produced over there, but could happen, and it's better to plan ahead. So yeah, let's just make myself a whole bunch of steam engines here. Well, a whole bunch, not very many of them. But enough that my base will not be running low on power anytime soon. Okay, and I've also unlocked crushers in the meanwhile, which yields access to this processed iron ore recipe. I'll need to make some jaw crushers. Only 2 right now. Yeah, because I don't have enough steel yet. And I also still producing steel, but I would stop shortly because I did not hook my water line back up. One thing I noticed about playing this live, it's much, much easier to get distracted while you're trying to make commentary as well as build at the same time. So yeah, I'm impressed by all the streamers who managed to make it look seamless. Okay, that should get water going. Hopefully I've got still enough limestone. Steal some to get these builds running. I don't think my burner was heated up yet anyway, so it's not that much of a problem. Okay, is coke still getting produced? Coke is still going. Here I might not be making enough steam yet. Still not enough steam to keep that running, and that's going to make my coke system back up. So let's add even a couple more boilers. In fact, I'm going to need to add many, many more boilers in my future. There's just going to be so much ash and so much steam being produced. Like I'm back in the steam age. Okay. water. And now you should be adding to my total steam output. Yes, these, still not quite enough. It's overflowing well, though. Okay, hopefully it'll catch up. If not, I will add a second steam production line here. I just want to catch this portion of the build. I would like to slightly offset it so that I can still use that same, yeah, I'll still be able to use the same steam core line, just drag more undergrounds to it. Don't think that's quite necessary yet, but I will at least need to finish out building this whole line. Okay, with power taken care of, and do I have enough iron? Not yet. Let's put down some of the new iron system. I think I'm gonna take this away. Maybe make myself a little bit more room because I want to put it down here. Make space. Making automation signs when I can. Fortunately, I've got a nice stockpile of small parts on me so that I can keep producing that pretty easily. And yeah, let's grab my jaw crushers, and I've got a little mini blueprint for this, so I'm going to use that. Yeah, put it down here. Okay. This is just the very start. We'll put down 2 jaw crushers. That'll eat a third of a belt. We'll definitely supply it more and make this a little bit bigger, because at the moment it is not going to be nearly sufficient to provide the iron that I'm going to need for this base. Yeah, first this. I'm going to want to feed this coal in. Feed coal to this here. Which side am I going to want it to feed on? The inner side. Okay, so let's get another coal mining stack. I can put it around here. It's probably not going to be taxed too heavily. Furnaces are not very power demanding. Is that okay? Yeah, that should be fine. Build part of it for now. Light and fast, that's the name of the game right now. Man, I'm already piling up so much ash. Bet you I've got some raw coal on me. And that should get this set of miners going. Okay. So, let's also plan ahead, put down the reversed half of this build. Yeah, that's where it'll go. Even power poles are in short supply because I don't have enough wood. Oh, that's going to be a big concern coming up soon, but that's a later me problem. For right now, yes, each of these takes 2.5 iron ore and spits out 1.5 process iron ore per second and 0.5 stone. And I'm going to directly feed that into some furnaces because direct feeding is the name of the game when you want to maintain UPS. And I'm just going to try and stay in good practice for that when it becomes a critical issue much later on. Also, I just like direct feeding builds. I'm not going to lie. I think that I can over-focus on making these builds that, you know, like jump products to themselves, and it's completely unnecessary, but it makes me happy. Okay, the other half of this is I'm going to need to put in some more mining. I trust that this is going to be working well, so I'm going to tear down pieces of my old mining system rather than just build a new. I'm going to use a slightly different pattern for this. What I want to do is I'm going to, oh, I put it here, I would be mining coal, but what I can do is feed across here. I'm actually going to start using undergrounds to jump over. What's nice about this pattern is that it gives you a pretty high density, and you're filling both sides of the belt, so that your output is just a pure iron line. Won't need that many inserters. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, this is going to start building another down here like this. Merge the two. And that will be enough iron ore just the second once I fill these in to get those two jaw crushers going. Okay, now onto this side of the build. I'm going to plan ahead for yet more processing. Let's put another side into this. Then we're going to weave this belt around. This is going to create a mixed belt of ash, iron plate, and stone. And eventually I'm going to have to worry about separating those. But for right now, again, all goes into a box. Or in this case, several boxes. Intercept that before it hits. Okay. Oh, how did I get stolen soil in there? That's weird. Must have picked up some from somewhere. Okay, so this is looking good. Yeah, the iron is flowing. I would like to stop feeding these builds over here with fuel so that I can eventually have an easier time tearing them down. For the moment, though, I won't touch them. I'll let myself get a little bit more iron ore from those as well. But hey, old save me a few more resources. Not that I really need to save resources. In fact, I should be using more resources. So let me go and grab native flora to keep my science going. Are you researchers? Not even researching. What do I want next? What I really want is mining with fluid, because that's going to let me do aluminum processing. Aluminum processing is nice for two reasons. One, because I need it eventually. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. But also to let me use up this coal gas, which right now is being consumed by a high pressure furnace that costs me 2 megawatts, which is no bueno. Okay, how about you over here? Are you getting enough steam finally? Nope, you're still struggling a little bit. I'll have to fix that. You guys are burning and making me a lot more steel plates, so that's more jaw crushers. And I think now I will definitely need a second line of furnaces, so let me work on that. Tell you what, you've seen me put together these boiler stacks before. Nothing special here. I'm just going to be throwing them into boxes again. So be right back once more. Okay, so I put in my second set of coal miners and another set of boilers, so steam should no longer be a problem. I've added a little bit more automation research, so hopefully soon I will be in a position to make some aluminum. And meanwhile, I'm going to fill out a little bit more iron production. Wow, I'm just stumbling over my words like crazy. It must sound like I'm having a stroke. I'm not. I'm just thinking about what I'm doing next. Brain does not process so well while factorioing. This may be a challenge going forward. Hopefully, it's a learned skill and I'm not doomed to sound like a rambling idiot the whole time. Or, if on the other hand, I am still a rambling idiot, you will think it is funny rather than sad and pathetic. We'll find out. Leave me a comment. That's what YouTubers say, right? Leave me a comment and a like and subscribe. And if I actually cared about all those things, I'd probably be doing something that was more popular, less of a massive time commitment. But no, this actually is way more fun, so I'm going to do this. The power pole here, I think. Okay. I'm going to race the clock to see if I can get this done before my aluminum mining pops. Nope. That went faster than expected. I need to go over there. Okay. Oh, my last power pole. Oh no, I am totally out of wood. That is not a great feeling. So I guess I know what my next break is going to be. It's going to be going and collecting some more wood. But at least I've got the steel axe now, so it goes a little bit faster. I will try and get the aluminum mining set up so that I can stop burning coal gas before I do that. I do not like that sort of inefficiency. Okay, this should be running full tilt. processing. Well, no. I still need to get a second set of miners going here. And unfortunately, I need to move these that are providing iron ore to the steel. So let me do that real quick. Okay. And by real quick, I mean, let me take a minute. I think there's a threshold that I'm going to be not creating a cut for, because otherwise it's just going to be too jerky, but I'm sorely tempted to be like, oh, I know I'm going to need to do this for a minute. I know I've done this before. Should I cut here? How fast is it going to take me? Or how long is it going to take me? How much can I ramble to cover it? I think I've managed to almost ramble enough. Almost. Just a couple more words, and here we go. Yes. Okay, that should be a full belt of iron ore with a total of 16 miners. Let's check. Yeah, 16 iron ore per second. Just more than I need. Okay. Also, let's be smart and not forget to put back the supply of iron ore to our steel furnaces, because steel is important and we do not want it to run out. We're going to need a whole lot of it in the future. Okay, that should get that going again. Okay, aluminum mining. So for that, I need some liquid mining drills. But they're not called liquid mining drills. Fluid mining drills. Okay, fluid mining drills. I'll get a little bit more steel and keep that going. Oh yes, I'm sorely out of wood. It's not good. So fluid mining drills. I'm gonna pop these down onto my aluminum patch. Grab the coal gas from up top. Oh, I've already got a bit lower down. Can I cross this barrier? No, I cannot. Oh, this is a problem. Anytime you are in the middle of a long handcrafting build and you suddenly need something, that's when you feel the real pain of handcrafting. Okay, now fluid drills. And this, I just pop a few of them down. Going to need to feed them with coal. Yes, they are fluid mining drills, but they use solid fuel. Well, that makes a vague form of sense. Also, let's select an X research while we wait for that. Engines sound good because they give me cars eventually. Oh, I cannot get the cars without expensive research. Glass sounds really good. Oh, but I've put off automation for too long. Let's do automation next. This is why it's taking so long. I'm back to handcrafting small parts. No wonder. Had 1,000 not very long ago, and now I'm back to needing a whole bunch. Okay, that's okay. Let's feed that. Pull in. What side do we want it on? Actually, can I do that? No, probably not. I shouldn't do that. Yeah, we'll just extract the aluminum that we produce on this side. I'm gonna toss it into some furnaces. Make a few more furnaces. We'll eventually want to be extracting ash from those, so we need to put the coal on that side. Let's make a little bit more room for even more furnaces. Yeah, all I'm doing here is setting up to, I really want to stop consuming that coal gas in a futile fashion, produce nothing except more ash. Ash, which is, at the moment at least, a not very valuable product. Eventually, ash will be super valuable. I'll be running short of it for some odd reason, and yeah, that's no problem. But for now, yes, ash is a huge problem. It clutters up everything. I cannot get rid of it yet, so I have to store it away and get more boxes. And again, this is my solution, yet more boxes. Boxes which I do not have because I have run out. Okay, I would really like to at least store off a little bit of it because I'm going to have to go run off and cut some more logs. But for now, we'll salvage a couple of boxes to store off iron plate. Now, hopefully this will start reducing the amount of coal gas that I... actually, I would like to eliminate the coal gas so that I can turn it to ash. So turn this into an overflow valve. And hopefully never see this build up. How's it going? Is it going to keep building up? Okay, I've got a couple more. Yeah, I've got one more in my inventory. Maybe with that, it's going to limit my coal gas. All right. Produce yet one more. Fluid mining drill. Then I'm going to leave you to go do some wood chopping. Clean this up while I wait. One thing that I do appreciate is that I can go and put 250 iron ore into each of these foundries. Well, somehow you are... Why are you not getting enough? Okay. There we go. That was the problem. Had somehow managed to stopgap the Coke's problem by putting it in a box, and then I did notice that I was actually not feeding Coke off of the belt. Okay, so yeah, time to go chop some wood so that I can keep producing science and hopefully get to automation pretty soon. Yeah. Let me go find a forest somewhere. Be right back. Okay, so I'm back now. I managed to chop down a few trees, handcraft me myself just a small amount of all parts. Really should have taken more iron with me to improve the multitasking that my engineer constantly manages. Yeah, I wish I was as talented as he is at, or she, at doing two things at once. It would be a great boon to me right here. But be able to toss in some more science, and then that will get me assembly. But for now, I think I'm just going to clean up the base a little bit more and call it an episode. Not a very exciting end to this particular one, but I do like that I've managed to get a few sciences done, make some significant progress, and next time I can free myself from the tyranny of handcrafting everything. I think that is going to be a huge boon for myself, and you can stop hearing me ramble about how I should constantly be handcrafting. It's going to be great. Okay, see you next time.